Hello, darlings. Welcome back to the channel. This is Nomadic Moon Arts Tarot. Today we are doing love readings for the sign of Virgo. My fellow Virgos, and I say that as a Gemini with a Virgo rising and a Virgo moon, and I pretty strongly identify. I have a double whammy for Gemini and a double whammy for Virgo for all the major plot points of these sorts of things. So, you are my people. And today, we're going to do a mixture of some oracle cards and tarot. I have a structure to love readings. This is kind of my wheelhouse. I read a book about love readings, and yeah, we'll see what we can see. The first thing I want to do is set up some oracle cards to kind of create a baseline to let you know if this is your reading or not. Not because this is a general reading I'm putting out into the general public. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to resonate with absolutely everyone, but these oracle cards might help you see, oh, yeah, no, I recognize me in this. I'm going to watch this. Or will help you see, nope, this one I'm going to just let float on by. Or you can check out another sign, your rising, your moon, your Venus. One of those, that's your Venus in particular for a love reading, actually. Yeah, that can be the way to go. Or maybe this just isn't this week and the next reading is for you. But anyway, they've been going really well and pretty dang romantic so far. We're coming out of a bunch of retrogrades and major eclipse season. So a lot of things are getting burned away and new exciting things are getting pulled out of the mud, so to speak, and unstuck. So let's see what we can see. All right, Virgo. My beautiful, lovely Virgos. Fulsome Kipper cards. These are kind of an alternative to tarot. They're alrighty. Okay. And let's see. Really beautiful deck for you today, Virgo. Let's pull some tea leaves. You and you. You. Anybody else? Anybody else? You. Yes. Cool. Let's see if we can create a structure which you can decide if this is for you. We have Sacred Union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. It's a fun idea. Oh, doesn't it look like well, that was an interesting optical illusion, but let's get to the cards. We have message. Someone may be coming in with a love offer for you. Distant horizons. Ooh, a new adventure. Yes, please. Again, journey. Ooh, maybe a long distance thing? Maybe some of us have someone far away that we're crazy about, or that we're going to be crazy about. And we have house. Huh. New home? Far away? Ooh. All right. So those are some energies that are in this. Let's look at the tea leaves. We have happiness. Well, I would like that for you and myself and everyone, except for certain people. They can go pound sand. Okay. Ring. Okay. Wow. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Okay. So, I would say this is an auspicious start to a love reading. Yes. We have candle. You will be shown the way. That's hopeful and beautiful. I like it. I'm for it. Dagger. Fear, worries, and tense situations. Well, that just doesn't seem very nice and sort of contradictory. But on the other hand, life is contradictory. And we have wall. Misunderstanding. Interesting. Interesting. This will make sense to someone for whom they're having the experience of both future romance and a current situation that seems like a short-term hot little misunderstanding. Maybe you're not communicating well. We did just, for people like me, double Virgo, double Gemini, retrogrades like this, Mercury retrograde is just kicks my butt up and down the street. It is really hard for me to talk. And just to be perverse, because the imp of the perverse in me is so large. I started this channel in the middle of Mercury retrograde, in spite of the fact that it is just the meanest thing that happens to me astrologically. Not that I know anything about astrology, but I know about Mercury retrograde because reasons. All right, we're going to take 3 tarot cards and see if we can put them in context with these other cards, give you an idea if this reading is for you. So, what are we looking at here? What is the general energy around Virgo for the... Oh, 4 cards. Okay. I will trust the process we have. 2 of Pentacles. Balance, give and take, generosity. In a love spread, it means the fledgling efforts of reciprocal emotion exposure. That's a way to put it. The fledgling attempts at vulnerability and saying your feelings and seeing if it's reciprocated, things like that. The 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords. That usually means rest and recuperation. It can also mean that this person isn't close to you right now. Again, more issues of distance. I am kind of strongly getting a long distance love interest vibe here. This is a king, the King of Swords. All right. Super smexy King of Swords. For sure. Intellectual, funny, witty, somewhat emotionally remote. I'm not saying he's an avoidant. I'm not saying he's a narcissist. I'm not saying he's emotionally unavailable. I'm just saying it's a little harder to access his heart. But he's super attractive. I mean, the King of Swords is, the King of Swords. Could be a Gemini. And the 4 of Wands. Wow, another marriage card. Okay. So the 4 of Wands is not only a wish come true and a new home, but also it means something that you hope for works out better than you even hoped for. So it not only is, your dream come true, but it's better than what you allowed yourself to dream. Excuse me, I need a little tea. So thank you, best friend T. 4 of Wands. Whew. Also, we have lower chakra colors here. We've got root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, issues of safety, security, comfort, right? Beautiful card. So 4. So I guess we're doing 4 cards this row. So, okay. So some of you, and I keep getting this feeling, so I'm just going to roll with the story. And it doesn't necessarily mean this is the only thing, but for some of you, you're in the first inklings of a pretty intense, long distance, possibly online romance that has the potential to be even better than what you hope for, as opposed to the reverse where you're like catfished or disappointed or just it all peters out for lack of interest or that kind of thing. And the person, the possibly masculine in this situation, I mean, if you like women or men, it doesn't matter, or both, or all the things. Yes, I'm for you are my people. I love you. Um, but yeah, he's sharp wit, sharp brain, sharp mind. Uh, has a little bit of a difficult time opening up the heart, but when he does, it's very intense, very passionate. And now with these, right, the possibly recent miscommunication for some of you. So for some of you, maybe a phone call that didn't go that well, and now you're feeling fretful and you're watching, a tarot reading online going, "Ugh, please, please help." So I'm here to tell you not to worry, darling. Not to worry, not to worry, not to worry. All is well. So there's our baseline. I'll keep reading. If this is for you, hang out with me. If it's not for you, well, check out another reading. Or, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button anyway because I'm here for you, darling. And there's more to come. Okay. What do we most need to know? Near future. What's coming up in the near close future? Okay. No. No, you're the one that isn't right. You are right. Excuse me. Rude. Too many. If you're not gonna pop, I'm gonna pull. All right. The now, the now, the now. My beautiful Virgo lovelies. We have 10 of Voices. Huh. Interesting. That was the one I vehemently fought to have. The 10 of Voices is 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords makes everybody upset. I like the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords removes all ambiguity of the situation. In traditional deck, it's 10 swords in the back of someone on the ground with the dawn coming up behind them. And that means something is done. Something in the past is done. You have cleared away the old debris of something in the past that has kept you from moving forward and having new experiences. It's over. Things have happened that make sure that it's over. And you're already on to the new thing that excites you. The dawn is already there. So this is reinforcement that the remnants of whatever was holding you back from your new future experiences is gone. And you don't have to linger fretting about that. Okay? I like a clean cut. That's resolution whether you asked for it or not. The Ace of Cups to follow. A new love offer. And what do we have? Oh my gosh, the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Delicious. All right. Slightly contradictory, but all positive. Let's look at this. Near future. Somebody has removed themselves from a situation that causes them pain. And as a result, their life blooms up, levels up quite a bit. Their appearance levels up. Their freedom levels up. They're independent and comfortable materially, and in all ways self-sufficient and delighting in their freedom. And that, of course, because the universe is perverse, is right when somebody goes, "Well, hi. Hello there. Hi. You look good." So, for some of you, it's right, you've gone through a painful period, possibly a breakup, a reimagining of your home life, a new life created for yourself. This could be coming up in the future. You could be right in the middle of a breakup right now and establishing a new home for yourself and establishing your new patterns and your new good self-care and your skin's clearing up because you're no longer stressed and your hair gets thicker because you're no longer stressed and your sleep is better because you're happier and you're taking care of yourself and you're looking really good. And then kaboom, new love. Oh dear. Now what? All right. What's some advice about this brand new situation? Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. That is comfort and luxury and coziness and mm, tenderness. It's good stuff. Whether, and you know what? I'm just going to say this because this is not what people watch love readings for, but I'm just going to say this. For some of you, the love affair is with you. And I mean that in the least stupid way. I mean it in the whole you need to figure out what it is you actually need and what you actually like. Because someone has spent a long time filing down the edges of you. And someone has spent a long time, oh, I don't know. And maybe you have become whatever it is that they were, an extension of their life, their interests, their whatever. And so now this is the time where you remember what you like and you remember what you want and you create new patterns for yourself. And that makes you beautiful and desirable, but it doesn't necessarily make you available. And that's a fun idea. For some of you, that might be just the thing. This is the time to take yourself on a date. This is the time to take good care of yourself. This is the time to find a kitty at the shelter and become the gorgeous, witchy Catwoman you were always meant to be. And that's all there too. I want to say that this love reading could be for someone who needs to love themselves for a while. That's there. Okay? All right. So I just wanted to get that out there. I know some of you just want the sacred other, and I get that. I am a romantic as well, in spite of mm, a lot of mouthy opinions that I might have. But that's because I think people settle like crazy, and I just can't stand that. So for some of you, this is a love affair with yourself, and you're going to actually figure out who you are and what you like, and take good care of yourself for the first time in your life. That's exciting. All right, enough advice from me. Let's get some advice from the cards. The spirit just like through my brain said, your pleaser era is over. Your pleaser era is over. Okay. Pleaser era is over now. Okay. A lot of cards, but we have lots of room. This is what comes next. Well, actually, no, this is kind of advice and heading towards the future. We haven't finished that yet. So we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, this is a wish fulfillment card. It's one of the best cards in the deck. We have 2 9 cards that are the nicest and happiest in the deck. That's awesome, especially right next to the Ten of Swords. You go from the low takes you to the high, right? The low is the thing that needed to happen in order to take you to the thing you actually wanted, and that you're just figuring out what it is you actually want. The Seven of Inspiration, the Seven of Wands. This is a hard fought freedom. So you're not going to give it up easily. On the other hand, you've learned just how strong you are, just how capable you are. When you figure out what it is you like and what you genuinely want, it's easier to fight for what it is. Okay? So we're just making room here. And the Seven of Materials, the Seven of Pentacles. Is the juice worth the squeeze? So we have a lot of sevens and nines. Those are numbers in the 1 through 10 of the pip cards in tarot that take you the push before the final change, right? So I'm not sure how to put this into context with this, but I do see being willing to make an investment in something in spite of being a bit nervous about it, shall we say. Oh my, the 10 of Pentacles. Fantastic. All right, we have 2 cards of extreme material abundance. 9 of materials and the 10 of materials. The 9 of materials is independent wealth and comfort and having everything you need. The 10 of Pentacles is legacy stuff. This can be a large inheritance. This can be supreme success for yourself. This can be a generous love. And again, and I've said this in another video today, what I mean by generous is I don't mean necessarily monetarily. You want a generous love. I probably said this earlier as well. So I'm doing lots of videos today, so forgive me. You want a generous love. You don't necessarily need money thrown at you, but you want someone who's generous with their time, their heart, their emotions. You want someone who's generous in the bedroom. You want someone who is generous in all ways, right? Not necessarily cash. So, but what I see here is extreme generosity and also the means to make it all happen. The freedom and the means to make something possibly that we did talk about it being a distant relationship for some of you. For some of you, if you are doing a long distance thing, the means, you will be shown the way, right? This card is you will be shown the way. The means to make it happen. Long distance relationships require heavy commitments and generous commitments of time, energy, your vacation time, money to travel, that kind of thing. That's one of the tricky things about a love. I've done long-term relationships, New York, Los Angeles. My late husband and I were New York and Los Angeles, Los Angeles, for many years. And it was very, very hard because you end up saving up all your vacation time for that and all your money for that and all your time, everything you end up kind of putting your life on hold and saving up all the good stuff for the time together. So I don't recommend it long term, but it looks like in the short term, you will certainly have the means to do so. Let's look at other cards. We have the 3 of Voices. Okay, that is the 3 of Swords. Some up here, right, we had a revelation that maybe was painful. Maybe you're kind of still going through the effects of that. This is a very extreme spread. We've got really happy things and really sad things. And that's life, of course, right now. Sometimes really sad things need to happen before the really good things happen. Sometimes we can't extract ourselves from a situation. Or no one where there's no tears, no matter how hard we try. So if there are tears to come, it ends up being better for both of you. And I'm not saying that to rationalize. I'm saying things have natural beginnings and natural endings. It doesn't mean they're a failure. It just means that there's nothing left to be gained from a particular experience. It doesn't mean that that experience was not worth the experience. You learned, you grew, you shared something beautiful at one point. Every ex you've ever hated, you once adored. There's good stuff there. It had an ending, right? Okay. Ooh, 7 of emotions. Okay. We have 7 of cups. We have 3 sevens in this spread. 3. That's a lot. That's a lot. Wow, you're really having an experience. Oh my. I mean, this is almost hard to read, my fellow Virgo people, um, because it's such a well, okay. And the Justice card. Maybe certain legal things need to happen before the next thing can happen. All right, so if there's a divorce, if there's immigration, if there's all sorts of things like that, so possibly. But okay, if we look at the sevens, it means we're just in this really a state of potentiality here that is so life changing, right? That you are both going through a roller coaster of emotions, intense loss, intense excitement, intense desire, a desire to withdraw, a desire to dive in, a desire to change everything, a desire to keep stasis and safety. It's so hard to integrate yourself into another life. It's so hard to create a new life from scratch. It is so hard to create a new life with another person. It's going to feel, even if you're cool on the outside, like a very messy fireball of experience on the inside. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Uh, I also see that you are very, again, because if you're coming from a bad place and creating a new life for yourself and you've created something beautiful that you really enjoy, you keep saying to yourself, am I really going to take a risk and mess this all up with somebody new? Am I really going to take the risk of shattering my hard-won peace in order to fall again? And only you can decide that. What I see right now is something terribly intriguing. Someone who hits all the right buttons. Somebody who is a wish come true, a unicorn type person. Somebody who's generous and kind. Let's pull some more cards. I need more information. Oh, Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It's funny, in the last reading I did for Leo, Ace of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck as well. So if you have Leo in your chart, and that was a really neat spread too, you maybe check it out. I don't know. I use little things like this as a sign. If you have Leo in your chart, check it out. All right. What does Virgo need to know about this roller coaster? Okay. Yes. Yes, that was the tower. Yes. All right. Okay. Got the tower. The tower is a card of right now, intense change being rocked in a relationship spread. It doesn't necessarily mean a breakup. It could mean either a breakup happened in the past or just immediately happened and you're dealing with the aftermath of it, right? Right now. Or it can mean someone who just completely tosses your world up in the air, like someone throwing a puzzle you've nearly finished into the air. And once we're done killing them and I help you move the body, then, we have the after effects of that exciting experience. And we also have the Knight of Wands, super attractive person, and the Ace of Wands. Ooh, okay. So the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups together in a spread is super hot. We have love, we have passion. This is also a phallic symbol, okay? And that's fun for those who enjoy phallic symbols. And it also means passion. It looks like we need 2 more cards, doesn't it? Let's take 2 more. Okay. One more. I'll take a look at this. Trying to find a story here, but I just see someone having a wild ride. Okay, darlings. The devil. Don't worry. Devil showed up in Leo's spread as well. Again, and in the temperance. Wow. The devil and the temperance, the temperance card is right before the devil. All right. All right. The dust settles into something really sexy. Smexy, I understand I'm supposed to say. All right. The temperance card as an outcome card is a beautiful thing. It means anything that's spiky and unpleasant and unwell, and anything that is causing pain settles down into something beautiful. But it's going to flare up quite a bit with that Tower and Devil card and Three of Swords before it settles down. For one particular person, this is fiery and hot, and maybe you guys have moments of miscommunication that causes drama. And I don't like that for you. And I, uh, you know, a lot of Scorpio energy here. Okay. A lot of Scorpio energy. Um, the devil card is not necessarily a bad card in a love spread. It can mean a heavy commitment that's difficult to take. So say you're in a long distance relationship and somebody has to move. That would be a devil card. A mortgage is a devil card thing. If you have certain proclivities in your personal life, shall we say, that involve, restraint, pleasurable restraint, shall we say, in your personal life, or other expressions of kink, that would also be the devil card. So your kinks match. It's exciting to find that out, right? Very exciting. In fact, it kind of rocks your world. And the Knight of Inspiration, the Knight of Cups with the Ace of Cups. This person it's not settled, although we do have happiness and wedding and journey and house. This person is your ideal in many, many ways. Certainly physically, very attractive. And they're hot for you. There may be some legal things that get in the way, and that are the, delaying things, the sevens that are showing up here. It might be painful, it might be challenging. The world outside is really horrifying when it comes to distance and travel right now. And so these negative cards could literally just be about the state of the world right now and not necessarily the state of your relationship. I mean, that's something to consider. Also, you in particular, excuse me, I need some tea. Also, you in particular might be reluctant to give up your hard-won newfound freedom and invest in something else. And so that causes some fairly roller coaster behavior. And so that's what I'm seeing for right now. This is just the month of April. We'll read about it again next month. I'll do my best to remember what I read about last time. I tend to do these and load them up. I can't stand to hear my own voice, and I can't stand to watch myself do this. So sometimes I say a bunch of things and forget that I said them. But I'm getting feedback that there's a lot of accuracy going on here. So hopefully I can stay consistent with that. And I hope that this hit for you in some way that's meaningful. I'm going to pull a little foggy card like I do every time to close off the reading with a positive note. And also adorable art. This art is live. Okay. Here's your card. You get 2 cards. Another card fell, so you get 2 little foggy cards. The first one is, I believe that good things will happen to me. I love that. Good. I want you to believe that good things will happen to you. I certainly see a lot of good here. I see new love, intense passion, and material wealth. Also, seriously, new love and journey travel? Yeah. New home, sorry, and journey, travel, new home, peace after strife. So good. I believe that good things will happen to me. And here is the second part. I haven't seen this one before. I am becoming the kind of person whom I would love to meet. I don't know if this image could be cuter. I'm becoming the kind of person whom I would love to meet. I say I make it home, but yeah, I'd love to meet. Okay, doesn't that perfectly, and I mean perfectly, tie in with that 9 of Pentacles, finding your new self, creating your new life, creating your new home life energy? Maybe you need to, and talking about what I talked about at the beginning of the reading, which was, oh boy, sorry, this has really gone on a lot longer than I meant it to. Um, Coming into your own as a person first before this next person goes. Or, if you're in a long distance relationship, maybe this is the time that you're just creating a life for yourself before you ever meet, while you're still just in the fledgling online version of it all. Say, for example, I'm being really super specific here, but yeah. So this is good. This is interesting. Certainly forward movement, especially for you. I mean, putting another person's happiness aside, let's focus on you for now. This is all about you and your discernment and your happiness and your pleasure. And that's what I wish for you. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. If you liked it or were amused by it and made it this far, well, you're a real trooper. Please consider liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell so you can see more of my readings. Check out other readings, leave a comment. In all ways, participate in this tiny little fledgling project of mine. I would be so incredibly grateful. You have no idea. Thank you for letting me read for you today. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Take good care, darling. Be careful out there. Be good. They'll be good.